All right, welcome to another Woods Report. Okay, it's a lot going on. A lot going on. Hot in here. It's a lot going on.
You turned it off?
Yeah.
Okay.
The oven is on. The air's turned to 80. I had to turn the air back up to 70. It's just a lot. I can't be hot starting off, y'all. Okay, so we have a lot going on. DeSantis was booed when he went to Jacksonville to say something about the Jacksonville shooting.
Okay. When did that happen? Give us more info.
Okay.
I don't think people know what this. I think you need to give background info.
I usually
they have no clue what.
No, I was waiting on you to respond, and I was going to keep going.
Oh, don't wait on me.
So, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis was booed and heckled on Sunday while attending a prayer vigil in Jacksonville for 3 victims killed in what authorities say was a racially motivated attack at the Dollar General. Now, that's what they've been talking about all weekend.
Yeah.
Apparently, this gunman went into the Dollar General and decided to off all black people.
The few that he did, but was this Friday or Saturday?
It said Sunday. Well, I don't know. He must have did it Saturday or
Sunday.
Because DeSantis was booed on Sunday.
Because they said that he had walked around one of the black campuses.
Mm-hmm.
And someone probably spotted him and kind of made him one of the security guards or whatever.
Right. Well, according to this, reading more from CBS News, they got more information on the shooter and the people that was taken out. Okay. Authorities on Sunday identified the 3 victims a day earlier in Jacksonville, Florida, in the attack that is being investigated as a hate crime. The victims were identified as Angela Carr, 52, Arnault Laguerre, is that his name? Junior, I'm probably slaughtering their names. Yeah. 19, and Gerald Deshawn Galion, 29. Laguerre was an employee at the Dollar General.
So he must have went in the front, maybe at the cash register.
Well, it says the company said Sunday in a statement, Jacksonville Sheriff Waters confirmed this at a news conference on Monday, adding that it appeared the shooter acted alone. Waters on Sunday identified, that's the sheriff, identified the shooter as a 21-year-old Ryan Palmeter, a white man who authorities say took his life. Waters said the gunman fired 11 rounds into a car, killing Carr. So she was outside. Oh. He then entered the Dollar General.
Oh, that's what Mama said. She was
an Uber driver. Okay. My mother said she thinks she was an Uber driver.
I said she was.
Okay. He then entered Dollar General, and that's when he demised Laguerre before exiting and returning to demise Galion. So the gunman was wearing a tactical vest, a mask, and was armed with a Glock and an AR-15 rifle that had swastikas on it.
AR-15.
Waters said the gunman initially, but he didn't even need all that for 3 people.
But they mostly carry AR-15.
Waters said the gunman initially went to Edward Waters University. Oh, that's what y'all said. He went there first. A historically black college in Jacksonville. He was seen in a TikTok video putting on a bulletproof vest at the campus. So he didn't go there. He went there. Waters said the gunman left Edward Waters University after about 9 minutes. The school previously said in a statement he left after refusing to identify himself to security. And a security officer then flagged a gunman as a suspicious person to the nearby police officer shortly after he left.
And
so that security officer helped save those kids.
But how long after that before he went to the store? Because he had already reported the guy.
It said at the Dollar General, the gunman let several people out of the store while carrying out the you-know-what. At one point, he chased the witness and got her, but he missed. So he let people out the store.
What is wrong with him?
Nut job. Officers then entered the building 11 minutes after the incident began and heard a single gunshot, which they believe was him who did it to himself. He offed himself.
Okay.
The gunman, who lived with his parents in Orange Park in Clay County, Florida, had no criminal record.
And he probably was, he had to obtain the guns legally.
That's what I'm saying. No criminal record.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a record of domestic violence call involving his brother. And he was once involuntarily committed to a mental hospital for an examination. The minute he was admitted, he should have had all them guns taken away from him.
Apparently they don't care. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what could change in our laws that I keep saying.
Anybody in a mental institution cannot have a gun.
But they don't do like they do our driver's license.
And they barely do that.
And they come after us every 4 years. You make sure you take your test. Emissions testing. Who comes after you for emissions testing? And I still see cars on the road where the smoke is almost killing you.
Right.
So something has to be done.
During the shooting, the gunman texted his father, telling him to use a screwdriver to get into the gunman's room where he had left behind notes, Waters said. Waters said the gunman purchased both firearms legally, and there were no flags that would have come up to stop him.
The flags came later.
They came later. Waters called the gunman a madman and said there was no logic to his violent actions. Now, what's his name? Vasami, whatever his name is. Ramasamy,
the last name.
The bonehead young guy that's running. He's a nut job. I knew he was when he was on stage. Yeah, he apparently in the past had made comments that somebody asked him about white supremacy, and he said he ain't never met a white supremacist in his life. Do they even exist? And then he said it's the same as running into a unicorn. He said, it's spotting a unicorn. It's like spotting a white supremacist.
I don't even think.
Well, there's your unicorn, you buckethead.
And you almost, when you hear comments like that coming from this guy, because you know his background, his ethnicity, he's not his third, second generation.
Right.
If you would think he's not from America.
Well, he
don't even recognize racism.
And you made a good point. Young people we see, they don't really believe in all of that because they got friends of all different races and stuff. Mm-hmm. They generally stay within their group. They haven't done a lot of traveling, a lot of them. Mm-hmm. So they'll say something stupid like that.
That's why they don't like to be asked their race. Yeah.
He's 38.
He's 30. I see in his 20s. And he's a businessman. He owns companies.
He's trying to appeal to the young crowd. And by doing that, he's lying. She's trying to make it seem like he's not a politician. I'm different than the other politicians. I'm not a politician. I'm just a regular guy running. No, you're a politician because you're saying what you need to say to win. You're not being honest. Talking about it's like a unicorn.
And why couldn't you just say that
I've never had anybody come at me racial.
But why couldn't he have just?
But I understand people do.
Give a safe answer, like give a safe comment. I've never experienced anyone from a white supremacist group that extreme,
right?
But I'm hoping and praying that that they find out if that situation
that we nip that in the bud.
Yeah.
There's no room for white supremacy. That's what he should have said.
Yes.
Not a unicorn and all this other stuff. So anyway, DeSantis, and DeSantis didn't even say that.
Thank you. And that's embarrassing to
you. Worse than DeSantis.
The thing that makes me mad that's a slap in the face to African Americans and Jews who have experience.
Anybody, Latino, anybody.
No, I'm saying specifically these two groups because these are the ones they always target.
Yeah,
I could slap in the face saying, "Oh, that don't even exist." What you was feeling was just they didn't like you.
I'm paraphrasing. One of the congresswomen, black women, said something about how he just bad. How he don't see it. He's blind to it or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he's bad at identifying. I'm not looking up what she said.
Okay.
But his response to her was her thinking she sounds like a KKK leader, Grand Wizard.
But I thought he didn't believe in white supremacy.
The fact that you are so tone deaf that you would call a black woman a KKK Grand Wizard. Does he even know about the history of the KKK?
I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't seem American to me.
That's why Nikki Haley.
It's like he flew from a plane from the Middle East or wherever he came from, his family. Because he says he's American.
That's why Nikki Haley.
You have no clue.
Nikki Haley said about him with foreign policy.
Yes.
You have no foreign policy, whatever.
experience.
And it shows. You're an idiot. That's what somebody should have said. Any chance. Remember I said that Trump would make him not off the table, buddy. Off the table. Mm-hmm. You're not going to be part of Trump's cabinet. You're not going to be part of his VP. He's going to run from you. Like, are you out of your mind? Black people already talking. This is Trump. They already talking about me. You think I'm putting you on my team? Are you out of your mind?
Let's see in the next 6 months where this goes with this Ramaswamy guy.
Ramaswamy.
Mm-hmm.
With your name alone.
Like
get people to go,
Flintstone
what?
said, it's a name that's hard to pronounce.
He was prejudiced against you on that stage. He's so stupid he didn't even see it.
Yeah.
With a name hard to pronounce.
It's like he's entertaining.
He's so stupid.
He's an entertainer. Like, hey.
He's an entertainer. He's a clown. I thought we couldn't get worse than Trump. He's worse than Trump.
He is.
He is worse than Trump.
Isn't that sad?
At least Trump wouldn't say, white supremacist is like a unicorn. Trump wouldn't even say that. He would say, don't call me a white supremacist.
Exactly.
Don't call me that. I'm not that.
And he would still admit it because he'll say there's good on both sides.
Yeah, he'll say there's
white supremacy.
He'll say that I met some nice people. That's what's wrong with them now. They don't like black people, but everything else in their life is good.
Yeah, they've done good to the community.
They pay their taxes. They serve the country.
This Ramaswamy guy is like
they don't even exist. You big dummy. I didn't think we could get worse than Trump.
Oh my God.
He's worse than Trump.
When you told me that this morning, that he was shown saying that comment about white supremacists do not exist, pretty much in our own words, we're saying that.
It's a unicorn.
Like a unicorn. I sat here and I went.
And then called a black
really
woman.
American.
Called a black woman, like she talking like she head of the KKK.
And a KKK member will
Trump
probably
wouldn't even
punch
say
you
that.
in your face for even saying
that. He's worse. So anything we said about him after debate, we take it back. Trump is not putting him on his campaign.
I have to wait
now,
and
if Trump
see.
does, he's a fool and a fool.
I have to wait and see because he's put some crazy ones on there, so we don't know.
Even Herschel Walker hasn't said nothing that dumb.
Trump
with the werewolf comment.
Trump, I think too. Keep in mind, Trump doesn't look at those comments that they make. He looks at him being praised. It's about him. If that Ramaswamy guy continues to praise him and lift him up, that's what he's going to see first.
Well, even DeSantis, robot DeSantis. I used to call him Terminator 2. He's been reduced down to a robot. He's that robot on the Jetsons. Remember the Jetsons? He's that robot, the maid.
Oh.
And they even made her big, a fat robot. Remember, she was fat.
Not about the one. He could be the one in Lost in Space.
Yes! DeSantis is the robot in Lost in Space.
With that man and that boy.
Yes, he is.
He is so stale. Very smart.
I've reduced him. He's still an AI. He's just a robot. He's that robot from...
Hello, everyone. Yes. I want you to know that I am very sorry.
Yes.
And concerned.
We made him Terminator 2 until we started seeing him come out. Mm-hmm. Now he has been reduced.
He's changing his policies. Like that's what...
well, he was booed and heckled.
I forgot her name. I ain't seen the View in a while. I forgot the girl's name.
He was booed and heckled on Sunday while attending the prayer vigil in Jacksonville, where 3 of the victims were off, and authorities say was that racially motivated thing at Donald General. DeSantis, a Republican presidential candidate, and his wife were among those who gathered at Jacksonville Grand Park neighborhood to commemorate the victims of Saturday's shooting. But not everyone was pleased that the governor was there. As DeSantis approached the podium to speak, some people, in the crowd began to boo. One person even yelled out, "You're not welcome here." Later, someone shouted, your policies caused this. According to the videos of the event, as Governor DeSantis has loosened the state's gun laws and curbed efforts to teach Black history in public school. So you got this guy who comes in, who's a white supremacist with swastika stickers all over his gun. This nut job DeSantis, kids in the future gonna be like, "What's a swastika? What is that?"
We don't need to talk about that.
They never taught us what swastikas swastikas were.
That's not important because you think if they know what it is and the history of it, and someone's wearing it in their classroom, they'll go, "Ooh, my mom told me about that.
I know what a swastika is.
I know what it is. Let me be careful."
But the difference between a swastika, Jewish people will teach their kids that.
Yes.
Black people won't. They won't teach their kids about slavery.
Mm-mm.
It'll be taken out of school, but the kids will know all about Krishan Rock and Sexy Red.
Yeah, and your friend, the ones you were saying, DD,
They'll know all about Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B and Kodak Black.
Oh my God! But if you were to ask, how many things have blacks contributed as far as inventing things or whatever?
George Washington Carver did the peanut.
That's it. That's all you got for me. Okay. My goodness.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Jewish people will teach, if it's taken out of school, they'll teach their kids at home what a swastika is.
But you know what? I want to say this. The fact that he went there, we all know he is on the Vote For Me trail.
Well, he had to go. That's a tragedy, in his own
No,
state.
he's never been in other tragedies.
Well,
have we? Do we remember him being at other tragedies in that state?
Well, he made a whole thing about.
He's on the trail to become president. He made a whole
thing about Joe Biden. Exactly. He made a whole thing about Joe Biden showing up in Maui days later, and all the fire going and everything, and he's there now. So he said he sent him back to, what did he say? The beach or something he said. I don't know what he said. He's so stupid. But he has to, like you're right, appear presidential. Yeah. You got to show up, boots on the ground, day one.
Mm-hmm. Whether they like you or not.
The fact that this nut job guy, though, went to a HBCU.
You sure?
It says right, not went to, I thought it was went
he went to visit.
He went there to all the
if you don't like black people, that's where you're going to go.
Yeah. But how unsafe is that? First, Howard University. I know. The kids get beat up by their own. That was their own. Black kids. That was probably mad that they couldn't get them. They dumb self. So they jumped kids who actually did make it into school.
Goodness.
We got our kids. We don't have a chance.
No.
We got black people killing black people. Then we got white supremacists killing black people.
But you know what?
Your kids is like, if y'all don't pray, if you don't know God.
What will it take? I was going to do another t-shirt that says, what will it take, people of God? What will it take? Because what will it take before people start coming together like those videos I sent you guys, a few of you, I think, where it took in the 70s, the situations that happened there for the churches to come together, for people to fill up football stadiums, basketball stadiums, everybody praying against all the things that's going on in our city. But you know what? The sad thing about this shooting is it was during the time when we were remembering the march on Washington. 60 years have gone by. We didn't even got the chance to hear Martin Luther King's son and his grandchild, his only grandchild, and his wife. They spoke about this. So you know the media is going to have the microphone in their mouths going, so what do you guys think about the whole shooting thing?
Well, let's look at this.
Yeah.
As the boos and the heckles grew louder, DeSantis stopped talking. You know he's a robot. Mm-hmm. He can't go past boos.
Does not compute.
He's like, I don't know what's going on. The Jacksonville councilwoman Pittman stepped in and addressed the crowd. Put parties aside, Pittman said. A bullet don't know a party. Now, this is something good that machine DeSantis did. It said on Monday, the governor's office directed $1 million towards campus security at Edward Waters University and $100,000 to support the families of the 3 shooting victims. Well, he had to do that, but that's good. $1 million.
It's presidential. He all of a sudden does this. Okay, keep going.
So again, the sheriff at TK Waters said the attack was racially motivated. Only person that doesn't believe that is Ramaswamy.
He just truly clueless.
And then he got on air. I was watching him Sunday. He still didn't want to admit it. He said, "Oh, that guy had mental issues. He had mental issues. He was checked into a mental hospital."
Oh, Jesus!
Don't you think anybody who's white supremacist has mental issues? You big dummy.
And that's
why they think like that. They have mental issues.
I'm trying to think. How does Ramaswamy miss this? The man was seen on a HBCU campus.
Thank you.
Duh. The man has had in history.
No, he's saying he's just a mental case. That's not a white
hanging out where black people are, and he used the N-word. Don't like black folks. Oh, he's just happened to be what? Hanging out at a black campus.
He's dumb. Catilia says, hi, ladies. Hi, mama. Hey, Catilia.
Hey, everybody.
Kiki says, hello, sisters. Hey. Wendy says, hey, girls. Emerald says, hey, ladies. And Colleen says, good evening, ladies and mama.
Yes.
Hey, everybody.
We're talking about this shooting for this past
Talking about
weekend.
that shooting and DeSantis getting booed and him not having a clue.
Well, you know, if he walks in any black communities in Florida, he may get some boos here and there.
All right, let's move on. I'm trying to keep it at an hour so we can start doing a podcast.
Okay.
Federal judge sets. We didn't even turn on the thing on this. I was talking the whole time. Hold on, y'all. All right, at least we'll flash a picture of him before we move on. I like the crowd.
Okay.
I'll talk about that. Look at the crowd. Look at their face.
They don't look happy that he's there.
Look at his hands. He's so robotic, isn't he? Mm-hmm. He probably was talking like a robot. And that's probably what they was like.
The first debate, he wasn't comfortable. You can kind of tell. And it was one question they asked me. He kind of froze. Mr. DeSantis?
Are you there?
It's almost like, did you hear the question? This man.
Mr. DeSantis, excuse me.
It took a while. It does not compute.
Excuse me.
Oh, one moment, let me push my talk button.
All right. Now, I'm not worse than Ramaswamy.
We need not.
I say there's no place for racial tension. I at least identify with racial tension.
Yes.
That young Wamahoma, he don't know nothing.
Ramaswamy.
I mean, no, he doesn't know
Ramaswamy.
anything.
If we're saying it right, it sounds like
Ramaswamy. And then he gonna get mad because people make fun of his name. You big stupid dummy. You have a weird name. Yes, people gonna make fun of it. That's racial. We are doing racial jokes right now talking about your stupid name. It's not a unicorn.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody making fun of your name is rude and it's obnoxious and it's wrong.
This man, I see how long he lasts. I mean, they said his numbers went up after the debate.
Of course they did. Well, you know, Trump's numbers went up.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't even there.
And thank you. I'll stay on this for a second. Oh, bobblehead Candace. You see her show today?
No.
I watched her show today.
What did she say?
She had the nerve. First of all, she hasn't been talking about Trump because he shoot her at a party. And so she can't stand him anymore. But now she's back on the trail again. Okay. She's back under Trump because she sees that people want him. They like him.
Oh, she's trying to run with those numbers.
She had the her to show. Did y'all see Candace? If anybody,
I don't watch that bobblehead. I just listen to you talk to her and tell me what she said.
It hurts me so much to even say what was on the show.
What you told me about?
But I have to watch this. I have to watch these things.
Okay, she can't be no worse than him.
No, I don't know. My head, I'm just not confused.
Tell me.
I don't know who's that.
Tell me.
It's like my head gonna explode.
Let me make the decision.
Okay.
I'll make it. Go ahead.
So she shows a video of somebody who says black people love Trump now in the hood. Black people in the hood.
Well, you said
they do, but listen to this.
Okay.
So she shows them going cameras in the hood. You know how when there's an accident and they always show the most ghetto
I know. No teeth. He can't talk.
The most.
And the microphone is in his mouth.
So anytime she gonna put black people on her show is when they go project can't even speak. Okay. The people in the hood love Trump. Let's go live in the hood.
Okay.
So they go in the hood.
What hood did they go in?
I don't know where they were, but they was in the hood. What do you think about Trump? Well, you be me. You be the.
What's your thoughts on Trump?
Now you're the most intelligent white man talking.
Hello, ma'am. Welcome to the evening news. I'm here in the such a neighborhood, whatever this is. And what's your thoughts on Trump?
I tell you one thing, Trump here, that's my Negro. That's my Negro. Cause I got a shirt that say "Niggers for Trump." I tell you one thing, he like us now. Now he know how it feel for the police come after us. You kidding me? They said that. The microphone was not one, not two, not three, not four. She decided to show 16, 17, 18 different black men. Black men with braids, black men with locks, what the black man thinks about Trump. Ask another black man what he think about Trump.
Another gentleman that's coming our way. We want to also ask him the same question. Sir, what's your thoughts on Trump?
Now, this is the angry black man.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. Yeah. He know how we feel. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my, the Department of Justice. Oh. He know.
No.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. He got arrested in Fulton County. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh no.
Only the strongest black man get arrested in Fulton County.
Oh no.
He down with the cause.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. I'm voting Trump.
So he got more.
I'm voting Trump. First of all, you're not voting at all.
He got more points. He got more points from going in the hood.
And she's laughing. Oh, the Democrats thought they're making it worse. They're just making black people run to him even more. Now he has street cred. Oh, Trump is gonna win. Oh, he has street cred now. He has street cred. They're just pushing him in the arms of black people. Pushing him.
She's
in the arms. Black people love Trump.
She said all
the black men love Trump now.
Because he recognized what we go through.
Okay.
Being arrested.
Nowhere on there, nowhere in that video clip was a regular black guy who probably votes.
Okay.
You got street Negroes who they don't vote. You should ask them the next question.
Put it on his face.
Did you vote?
Put it on his face.
Oh, you got him?
Yeah.
Let me see. Hold on. You got Trump.
I know we know what he looks like, but we just.
That's him.
So he got street rep then now.
He got street cred.
Street cred is what it called?
Street cred. Like credit.
Credit, okay, because he got arrested. And
she showed about 6 or 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't even remember how many black people. All black men, all saying they love Trump, all saying they gonna vote for Trump, all saying that Trump got street cred by being arrested, and now he knows how we feel as black men because a government or a law enforcement can come after you because they don't like you. They can make it personal. I've been saying that, but now he knows what it feels like, so he's the best representation. Oh, one of the black men. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't even know how I forgot this one.
Whoa!
Ask me how I think about Trump.
Okay, we have another gentleman
He's
here
the
that's
worst.
coming up here, and I want to also hear from him, sir. What is your thoughts on Trump?
Now, this was an older black man, right?
Okay,
and he wasn't ghetto.
Oh,
okay. He had a "Make America Great" hat on, though.
Oh, wow.
All right. So you asked me how I feel about Trump.
How do you feel about Trump, sir?
Trump needs to be king. I don't even think he should be president. He should be king. You think I'm joking, don't you? You think I'm joking. I'm not joking.
What Emerald said.
I'm telling the truth. Did any of y'all watch Candace Owens today?
She said they've been working on that angle on YouTube, saying black people are woke now.
Cotilia says the lady in green in her face is priceless. The lady in the green face. The DeSantis. Cotilia says, Kim, you funny. Kim should go into acting. Too funny. That's why I was my major. Emerald says they have been working that angle on YouTube too, saying black people are woke now.
But the sad thing, remember, let's go back some time. Remember when we all were waiting on, I was actually standing behind a lot of the white people at my job when they did the verdict of O.J. Simpson. And they said, innocent.
Thank you.
Black people, yeah. And the white people, I don't understand. You know he killed those people. Oh, I was so mad. And I'm sitting here going, black people don't care that he could possibly be guilty.
Right.
And that he may have killed 2-3 people. They were happy because they're tired of the, what is the word when you don't get the same treatment as other white people, like the Kennedy, who supposedly killed the one girl allegedly. They get off with murders and killings and stuff. Why can't we?
Yeah.
This is what this sounds like.
That's what it sounds like. This man
has taken files. He has lied on our government, saying this and that. Mm-hmm. And black people are like, yeah, king? Really?
He said he should be king.
Make him king.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy. But the sad thing, Kim,
but that's what she shows. That's what she chooses
Kim,
to show on her show. That's why I think I don't like Candace.
But Kim, think about it. This is sad because she has the Tim Scott and the
Larry Elder don't believe it. No, they don't. Well, that's obviously opposite of what Larry Elder says.
Oh, I thought he's supporting Trump.
Well, Larry Elder says that. Well, he supports him. He thinks that the FBI and the police are after him. He don't believe they after black people. So all these black guys saying all of that, Larry Elder don't believe that. Oh. Candace Owens don't believe that. She don't believe what you saying on camera. She's just showing you because you're stupid. And because she loves to put out dumb, stupid black men. That's her MO. Let me put dumb black men out so everybody can think that's how black men think.
Wow.
Have you ever seen her put anybody that makes sense?
I don't watch her show. So you tell me what
she even behind about. Kanye. That's her friend.
I know. That's really ironic that she's Kanye's friend and all the craziness that comes from his mouth. But yet on the other side of that, she's saying crazy things about the very guy that sometimes he fits those things.
Thank you. All right.
Okay,
all right. Still on this comb over. You know, everybody's making him look good.
He king. He
not even saying nothing, and they making him look good.
He has a chance to be king.
Federal judge sets a March trial date in the Trump's election interference case. This is the federal one. She set the date at March 4th. This is the black judge. Remember the black judge? Mm-hmm. And he wanted it to go to 2026 or something stupid date. She made it March 4th, 2024. A schedule that could have a crucial impact on the 2024 race for White House. So you know he's going to be mad about that.
Right.
U.S. District Judge Tanya Chutkan decision sets the trial in the middle of the Republican presidential primaries and the day before Super Tuesday.
Ooh. Okay.
The day before they vote. During a hearing on Monday, she heard the arguments from Trump's lawyers and federal prosecutors about when the case could be set for trial. Special counsel Jack Smith proposed that the trial start in January, with jury selection beginning in December of this year, while Trump's team wanted it to start in April of 2026, after the presidential election.
Okay.
She listened to both of them.
She want to be able to win.
Exactly. She listened to both of them and decided it'll start March 2024.
Okay. But the one that's going on for Georgia is now, right?
No. They got to set a trial date for that too.
Oh, okay.
After the judge made her ruling, his lawyer stood up to make an objection on the record and state that Trump's defense team would not be able to adequately represent their client with that trial date. Chutkan noted his objection and moved on. Earlier in the hearing, the judge said that while the special counsel team's proposal was too soon, Trump's proposal of 226 wasn't reasonable. Discovery in 2023 is not sitting in a warehouse with boxes of paper looking at every single page, she said. Mm-hmm. Woo! This black woman ain't playing. He had plenty of time to know what's going on. He's had these documents since then.
Almost a year, right?
About 2 years.
Yeah.
So you sitting on your toilet reading papers. You had enough time.
Yeah. And 2026. Man, you crazy. Black woman.
This case is not going to trial in 2026, she said. She pointed out that Trump's team has had time to prepare already.
Mm-hmm.
The public has known about the existence of the grand jury. Heck, we know about what's going on, and you don't know how to defend him.
Lawyer, everybody knows what's going on. You got time. You can figure this out. Y'all get your little defense. Make all that stuff in place.
So there you go. A federal grand jury in Washington, D.C. indicted Trump on 4 charges this month: conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding, obstruction, and conspiracy against the right to vote and to have one's vote counted. Trump, during his argument hearing in early August, pleaded not guilty.
I'll
tell you one thing. He a nigger now. He know I'm voting with him. Yeah. He know what's up.
He represent.
Yeah, he represent.
He represent us now.
Yeah, that's right.
He know how I feel.
That's right.
And I don't know what this...
That's right, white people. We with y'all, white people.
The thing that I'm laughing at, what was the black man, the black man that was saying all of that? What they said that now he
needs to be king.
And I'm thinking you comparing what you probably have done when you were arrested to what he's done. So they probably done some things that's more worse, some of them. So he represented him. Just the fact that he got arrested.
It don't matter. Yeah, I robbed that liquor store. Don't matter. Don't matter. The white man after me.
It's a conspiracy.
White people rob liquor stores all the time. Why you gonna come after me? Why you a black man?
It's a conspiracy, my brother. Yeah. You see those black words on the white page? Yeah. It's a conspiracy. Yeah. They trying to get the black
when
man.
They want you. When they want you, they come after you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but you was just robbing it. It don't matter. White people rob people too.
Yeah, sure.
Why you come after me?
They don't need to be in our neighborhood anyway. They don't even live here.
Yeah. But you robbed a black person. You robbed a black person shop.
He don't know nothing.
He don't like me.
Yeah.
I seen that Negro in church and he didn't say nothing to me. Gonna rob your store tonight. How about that?
Why we gotta be like that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna rob you because I don't like you. You didn't open the door. You didn't say hi.
Yeah, but you robbed Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson always telling people to get off her grass.
Oh my God.
Yeah, tell me to get off your grass now, Miss Johnson. Without breaking your windows, take your TV. And I'm voting for Trump. Trump fit what I do. Yeah, they broke in and messed up the machines. I'll do the same thing.
Mess up the machine. But they not gonna catch you, right?
Biden over there making millions of dollars in Ukraine. I'm gonna break in and I'm gonna mess up that machine. How about that? I need about 5,000 votes. Can you find them for me? You can't find them. I'm gonna find them myself.
At gunpoint.
And them 2 black women that sell crack cocaine over there. We saw y'all. Yeah, we saw y'all. You didn't see them do nothing. Yes, I did.
Oh my goodness.
We saw them. We saw them. They was passing votes.
So she felt the need. Candace Bobblehead felt the need to just bring that information to light. Okay, move on.
Get the dumbest black people. I'm voting for Trump. If anything, that should make white people feel upset. That they got the most ignorant, dumbest Negroes on the street and they're voting with you. How about that? I got criminals on the street and they're voting with you. So what does that tell you?
So Candace is back on the Trump trail.
I guess so.
Because I thought he kind of shaded her.
She's on the Trump trail because black people like Trump now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, y'all. Get off of that dummy. Both of them. But I thought we couldn't get worse than him. Ramaswamy's worse.
Ramaswamy.
He's a young version of him.
To say there's no white supremacists, no such thing?
They're unicorns.
Unicorns. Huh?
All right.
I've never met one.
Liam Neeson reveals he quit going to confession after being shamed by the priests.
What'd they do?
Liam Neeson, Lenora, first of all, Lenora loves.
He's done Taken 1, 2, and 3. I think I've seen Taken 1 like maybe 100 times.
Probably.
Good look.
Yes. She's seen Taken.
I have skills.
The name of his wife in the movie is who?
The name of his wife in the movie was Lenora.
And the name of his daughter is who?
Was Kim.
Now, people think that's a coincidence. No, it's not. Let me tell you why.
Call her Lenny.
Lenora think that it's a coincidence. No, it's not.
I think it is.
If I had not majored in film, I majored in film production, okay? Then I went on to major in theater. I guarantee you somebody from that one of my classes, I bet you, like my name, Kim and Lenore, and I guarantee you that's what's in that movie.
I think it was just a coincidence.
How is the name Lenore a coincidence?
Lenore, yeah. Kim, the daughter, Kim.
But Lenore and Kim?
That's funny. But that's Taken 1. If y'all, all 3 Taken.
If y'all ever watch, the wife's name is Lenore and the wife's name is Kim.
They call her Lenny.
And I majored in film production. Somebody in my class did that.
Okay.
They liked the name Kim and Lenore.
Why was he shamed, though?
Anyway, Liam Neeson apparently learned the hard way about an important lesson in Catholicism. Thou shalt not publicly admit to pleasuring thyself.
Oh, oh my goodness.
During an upcoming appearance on the Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend podcast, Neeson, who grew up Catholic, admits that he stopped going to confession after he admitted this, he got shamed by the priest.
Oh, he didn't say just do 10 Hail Marys and you'll be done.
In an exclusive clip from Monday's episode, Neeson begins by telling his host, Conan O'Brien, of a time when he was 15 and a missionary visited his church from Ireland. In Ireland, from Africa.
He's Irish.
In Ireland, from Africa.
From Africa, okay.
It was a great event when you had a missionary visiting from Africa. And he'd be there for a week and you go to mass every night. And as an altar boy, I'd be serving mass. But to hear your confession from him, it was like a big deal, explains the actor. He recalls going to the confession with the priest, whom he described as having a big booming voice, and seeing a bunch of old women just outside the confessional kneeling down and saying their prayers. So we start, he said, and I had learned how to pleasure myself at home onto the sheets, and I had looked up the appropriate word. I remember I said the M word. I can't say it on here. Okay. That seems harmless enough, right? He recalls. Neeson goes on to say that he started confessing to the priest things like argument with his mom or fight with his sister before he finally got the courage to admit that he was doing that to himself.
The M word.
According to Neeson's reenactment, the priest at this point starts shouting at him, "You what?" This guy literally, he almost said things like, the grass will grow over the palm of your hand before you're 21. Stop that evil practice right now. All loud inside of the confessional.
Oh, Mr. Priest.
He said, I started thinking about all the old women who were outside.
Oh, no.
Who no doubt heard the entire ordeal.
You are wrong.
Neeson says he left immediately, and that was the last time I ever went. O'Brien laughed so loud. I think that'll do it for me too. Now, why would you say that out loud? Aren't priests supposed to be quiet?
And that too is even like legally. They don't even tell what's with the person that they've shared their confession with, even in a courtroom. They try to say that between a priest and so why would you be so loud about his shame?
He reminds me of y'all. What was that? Was that Larry David? Who was the one that, I think that was Larry David, that had the Jewish rabbi? No, Seinfeld. That was Seinfeld. Remember y'all, whoever watched Seinfeld, remember the rabbi, he tell everybody's business? Oh. That was Seinfeld. He goes, let's keep Jerry in prayer. He's having a difficult time. He lost his house or whatever. I'm just making up something. But he's a rabbi. And Seinfeld was like, why are you telling? And Elaine came and was talking to him and gave all her business about not being able to find a man and all this other stuff. And then he gonna tell everybody, Elaine has problems finding men. He's a rabbi that talks too much.
But we had ministers that did that too. Remember, you will be the topic in the pulpit.
Yes. Well, but I'm saying other people will.
Other people have been the topic in the pulpit. And we know. And they sat there and we went,
is he talking about such and such? Because they the only people I know going through that right now.
Yeah. And you're like, I know this pastor is not using that person's experience.
Why do people do that?
I don't know. And priests know better. I remember when I went to Catholic school. Thank you, Mom, for sending us there, because we learned a lot. I remember got lost in the church trying to go out because we were there for the service and we sat in the back because we weren't Catholic. I remember peeping in and one of the priests, I think it was a Monsignor. There's another level of the higher ones. He was drinking the wine. And I said, that's not communion. He's drinking the wine directly from the bottle.
Well, you always hear about priests.
And he was always kind of like,
you always hear about them being a flask. Pastor O'Reilly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I feel bad for Liam because that's supposed to be private. Your confessions in that box is supposed to be, and even at the meet, some people have actually taken lives.
Yeah.
And the priest on, what? You killed someone?
Thank you.
Come on, Mr. Priest.
So he said he was embarrassed.
Oh, Liam.
I only did that because you love Taken so much. Yeah. I did his story on
I love him though. Go ahead.
Cotillia says, I've watched Taken 1 several times, so I'm with you on that, Lenore. I hope I'm spelling your name correctly. Lenora. A on the end. Cotillion says, I watched that Seinfeld episode. It was hysterical.
Yes.
That it was Seinfeld.
And you don't even want to tell your story to them because they can blurt it out.
Yeah, that
Elaine's having problems.
Elaine's.
Too.
And then he tried to he shoot his shot with her. Well, whatever they call, what do they call them? Rabbis. We can get married. He was saying to her, we're not like priests. We can marry. And she was like, so what does that have to do with me? He wanted to marry her. Cotillion says, confess directly to God, not man.
Yeah.
So hopefully,
but if you're Catholic, that priest still needs to keep that private.
You're really supposed to be like he's supposed to be like a therapist.
Mediator between you and God, but still keep it private.
Yeah.
Tell him to say a few extra Hail Marys because he's doing the M word.
Right.
And then he'll be okay.
Yeah, he was wrong.
That was wrong.
All right, y'all.
Go ahead.
Steve Harvey was in the news a lot this weekend.
This was a big rumor this weekend, y'all. Y'all heard it?
First of all, he was in the it was several reasons why Steve Harvey was in the news.
Right, this one.
One was because I don't know if you remember a while ago we talked about Jess Hilarious. She was on the Breakfast Club and she went in on Steve Harvey because apparently there was a tweet or Instagram, I don't know what it was, that somebody put on Steve Harvey's page that he did it, that said, name a comedian that's not funny or something like that. Mm-hmm. And Jess was like, why would he do that? That's wrong. He's an OG
comedian himself.
And he's an older comedian. Older comedian, that's not really good because you could destroy somebody's that's just starting off. Exactly. Or a younger comedian. That's like I said that's like a musician, Anita Baker or somebody saying, or Patti LaBelle posted, name some female singers who can't sing. She wouldn't do that. Wow. That's not, you're an OG in this thing. Yeah. You're supposed to be mentoring them, not doing that.
Always.
So it went on that she went off on him for doing that and said she didn't like that he did that.
Okay.
When she brought it up on the Breakfast Club, Charlamagne and DJ Envy said, I don't think that's Steve Harvey. That don't sound like him.
Okay.
Remember I said when people say stuff, if people know you or watch you and they see who you are,
sound like the person I've been hearing.
And even if, let's say for the sake of argument, we become famous or whatever, and y'all start hearing stuff, y'all will be like, that don't sound like Kim and Lenore.
Right.
Like, I know she do stuff edgy or whatever, but that don't sound like her.
Right.
Or that don't sound like Lenore. I think that's a lie. That's how he felt.
That's how Charlamagne felt with this comment.
Right. They felt it was a lie. And Steve Harvey felt like his fans should have known that he wouldn't have did that.
Wow.
So he was mad.
Okay.
So he came out and he said Steve Harvey apologized for that. It says that a post which was shared on his page last week asked followers to name a comedian they find funny at all. Okay. So he came out and he said somebody that works for me on my Twitter put a statement out that was totally negative. I got to take responsibility for it because they work for me. Ooh. But the engagement was talking about a name, a comedian you don't think is funny. Why would I do something like that? He asked.
Right.
That don't even make no damn sense.
I know he does. Yeah.
My whole brand is to be motivational.
Right.
And I'm gonna turn around and say something like that.
What was his publicist thinking?
He said, "You don't know where these young people are at in their career, man." That's what I said.
Right.
They could be coming up or anything. I'm all about positivity. I would never have done nothing like that. Mm-hmm. So Charlamagne and them was right. They said I don't sound like him. It said Steve said he was so pissed off and that he also confronted the employee who apparently told Steve that they were trying to increase his engagement on social media.
Oh my God, to even lie like that?
He said, okay, you trying to get some employment too, Steve continued. My bad, y'all. Now I got to come on here and do this selfie. He calling his doing filming a selfie. That wasn't no selfie. That show you how old he is.
Oh, wow.
So here it is. I'm sorry, man. My bad, y'all. It won't happen again. I bet you that means he fired that
man
person.
Is gone. That publicist is gone.
He said, oh, well, at least you know it's him this time. You can see Steve on the post. So this time it's him actually filming it. Oh, so that was the first thing. Yeah. So Steve was all weekend. That was the first thing. So he had to come and apologize for that. The second one was them saying that his wife was cheating on him.
Having an affair.
Mm-hmm. Now,
I don't know who put that
If you know anything about his wife, And we all know.
does have a little shaky past. That her ex-husband.
We know her ex-husband is out, and he just got out of prison. Mm-hmm. He did time, and she was supposed to do time with him, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
But he took the hit.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's what he's saying. Mm-hmm. He took the hit, and she didn't have to go.
Tell-all book about it.
And he wrote a tell-all book about it. And Marjorie is she gangster. According to him, she not this sweet, innocent type of woman or whatever.
I felt she never was. Yeah.
No. But apparently, people were saying she was having an affair with her bodyguard or Steve's bodyguard.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that she was suing Steve, for $400 million, and that she was filing for divorce.
I don't know where that
Now, Steve eventually came out and said he was at some event and he was like, we good. Ain't nothing, that's not true or whatever. Mm-hmm. In other words, that's a lie.
Right.
I got to come out again and say something is a lie.
Oh, wow.
But I told my sister, he needs to be more worried to me. The fact that people believe it.
I know, because people.
That's the problem.
They took that lie and ran with it.
If somebody would have came out and said Denzel Washington's wife was having an affair with
right. we would be like
thing, and she's suing him for $400 million, and she's gonna leave him, people would be like, "That's not true."
Right.
Nobody said that's not true.
Her and how she carries herself.
Nobody said that this is not true.
Thank you.
Which leads me to believe people don't like his wife.
Ooh.
And they feel sketchy about her.
Some people have been vocal about her. She's a little tough. But my thing is, I actually sat and watched a documentary of her and her ex.
Okay, what happened?
And I think even the one before him, because she had the one child by another man, I think.
Right, one of the Laura, her daughter.
Was she not the oldest? Is she?
No, her daughter Laura is not the man that's in prison.
Exactly.
Her dad is somebody else. So Marjorie has a history as well as Steve. Right.
And I read and I said, oh my God, was she involved with this second one that's in prison? And what things was going on there? Because she's lived a high lifestyle profile like always. So she got to continue to walk in that. But I said, and I went, oh, I didn't know she was involved with somebody like that. And they was messy and he was messy. Allegedly, she was too. But they're saying kind of like the strawberry one. That's probably why he supports the strawberry lady.
The strawberry letter.
With her husband.
And her husband going through all this mess. And he's like, keep it out of the public.
Yeah.
That's between you and your man.
And keep moving on.
And everybody don't have nothing to do with that.
Right. I got your back. Keep doing the show.
Yeah.
Like nothing has hit you because things is going. Steve always talks about, even in his Christian walk, things do come at you. And you got to be strong and believe God to go through it because they can be your enemies attacking you, throwing lies your way. And you just keep focused like the horse with the blinders on.
Wendy says that it was her husband's cousin, I think. It's Laura's
dad
or something.
So for Kim, which Kim is right. When a lie goes out and people, they click to it. Yeah, I believe that. Because she act like this, she act like this. They was quick to believe
that. So if I was him, I'd be more concerned that people was quick to believe that your wife did something. Okay. But he came out and said that that's all false. Okay. And that they good. Okay. And to be honest with you, who cares? I don't care about Steve Harvey and his wife.
No. I don't like them that way. I appreciate them in whatever they do to help, help in communities and whatever he does.
And Steve's hands ain't clean.
He gives back a lot too.
His hands ain't clean from previous marriages. So if it was true, so what?
His relationships with his kids.
You planted some seed and it coming back
reaping it back. We can't be surprised.
So let's hope that everything is good. Apparently, according to him, everything is good.
Okay.
So don't believe the hype is what he's saying.
Yeah.
All right, let me skip over to
your next story.
Yeah, I don't have time to do that one. I want to show this. You said you've seen this before.
I've seen this before. Some of you may have seen this before, TikTok.
Yeah, we always do this Instagram. We always try to do something that shows on Instagram.
In our old church, there were people like him.
All right, let's see. This man is getting married. They at the thing.
In the name of the Father and of His Son, Jesus, and by the power of the Holy Spirit of God. That's what I was thinking. I now pronounce you one together. Wait, I didn't say it yet. You are now may kiss the bride. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. You're all right.
I've heard couples who even speak in tongues when they at the wedding at the oh God, he got yeah. I'm thinking, okay, I know you love God and you're happy that you're married and you're probably thinking about being in the wedding room. But dude,
this is me, y'all.
Dude.
And I know y'all ain't gonna like it. Those of y'all who are saved and sanctified.
Dude.
I don't want no man like that.
Oh, hallelujah.
And I know some of y'all might. It don't matter. You want a man who loves God.
But I get it. I get he loves God, but not. I don't think you need to show it like that, though.
I don't want to blend. Here's my thing, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't want to blend. Blend. What's a way to say this? I want to say this where I don't piss people off.
Are you gonna be? I can ask you a question.
I don't want to blend.
Are you gonna be like the David's wife who got angry when he shouted out his clothes?
No, because that's different. If he's praising God,
she probably felt embarrassed.
No. If he's praising God on his own, I'm fine.
He was out in public, I think.
That's fine. I'm good. Him doing that on his own, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm trying to word it in a way when romance comes into the picture.
Yeah.
I don't want him doing that. Don't do that before we go to bed. Don't do that before we make love. Don't do that before you have to kiss me. Don't do that if we're looking into each other's eyes and gazing with a candlelight dinner. What's the way? Am I saying it the right way?
I think he's too super spiritual.
That's it. I don't like that.
He's so heavenly minded that he's no earthly good.
Now, somebody could say, leave him alone because the man probably was looking so long for a while.
Yes.
That he was so happy.
And maybe he was celibate for a long time. He was about to
he getting ready to get some.
Woo! Jesus! Woo! Hallelujah! Woo!
So I think
the wife is like the woman.
I think a lot of that, and I could be wrong. I think a lot of that jumping up and down and all of that is emotion.
Yeah.
I really do.
It takes me back to our old ministry.
Now I do believe that the Holy Spirit.
Shout.
I do believe the Holy Spirit can get a hold of you and you can shout.
Yeah.
But a lot of that is frustration.
Yes.
And a lot of that, I think what you said. He didn't get none. And so he's thinking, I'm finally getting ready to get some. And that's what that was.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh.
He act like those guys when they coming out of prison. When you see the guys that come out of prison and they be so happy.
Yes.
They be jumping up and down.
So much zeal. They be like, you be like, okay, slow down, my brother.
Yeah.
Slow down.
All right, y'all, where we going?
Oh, Lord, slow down.
Yeah.
Don't scare him away. Don't scare him away. Yeah. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Yes. And the wife is probably like,
yes.
Okay, honey.
Now imagine him doing that, get ready to go to bed.
Oh, no.
That's too much.
How are they now? This has been a while.
I want somebody that's smooth and cool and sexy. You could be sexy and saved. You could be sexy with your spouse and saved.
Sexy, saved, and satisfied.
Yes. I want a smooth man of God.
I'm sexy and saved.
What's up, baby? I saw you praising God the other day. Yeah, I was praising him then. But right now, I ain't thinking about that. That's what I want.
Sexy and saved.
Yes. I want him thinking about Jesus.
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was too much.
It was. I remember seeing this years ago, and I'm like, oh, God, dude, I get it. And people just had to laugh.
I need to watch him one more time.
Oh,
In the name of the Father and of his Son, Jesus, and by the power of the
Look how
Holy
you can't even hold it in.
That's what I was thinking. I now pronounce you one together.
He can't even kiss her.
Oh, Lord. She holding on to the hand. Oh, Lord. Poor woman. Oh my God. I wonder was she embarrassed? She had to laugh through it. Oh my God, honey. She probably shows him this video. And you know what would be so sad if that man ain't saved no more?
How much you want to bet if
That
that's
man
wrong?
is not saved no more. I'll be so mad. You did all of that on my wedding day and you done walked away from God. How dare you?
That's the other thing. Thank you for saying that. He got a record.
Uh-huh.
You bet not ever look at another woman.
Oh, Jesus.
Cause she
I
gonna
will
show
you this
You
film.
did all that heaping and hollering and hollering
You
and
cheated
God.
on me. You didn't went with another woman. The devil is a liar. Oh my God. Oh God.
You know what? Fine. We need to find what his man is.
Let's do an update on him. Oh Lord Jesus.
What Emerald said? Oh, husbands, because Emerald says I was quick to believe it too. I felt it, so he had it coming. The Steve Harvey thing.
Well, he planted some seeds.
Cotillia says Kim is out of control. Sexy and saved for Kim. Yeah. Now y'all could want that. I don't want that. And he would embarrass me if he would have did that.
Sexy and saved.
He not sexy. That's not sexy.
I love a man that loves God and just and open to show.
But
that
not
he
when you
loves
getting ready to
God.
kiss me.
But I know, he
No.
went too far with that.
All right. You always want to know who Charlemagne the God's donkey of the day is.
Yes.
Okay. Well, today Charlemagne gave it to Noah Lyles. Okay, track guy, world champion.
Okay.
He won, just like
Is he as fast as Bullet?
Yeah, he's fat. Well, he don't run no more, does he?
Does he? Has he retired?
Usain Bolt. He
Usain
old.
Bolt?
He old now.
Okay.
Well, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, Damian Lillard, and other NBA stars take offense to Noah Lyles' world champion take. The world champion title isn't new for American sprinter Noah Lyles, and he ruffled some NBA stars' feathers when he gave his opinion on what it means. The 26-year-old won his third straight 200-meter world title at the World Athletics Championship in Budapest this past weekend in the third fastest time ever. That was only one of his 3 medals of the competition. He also won 100-meter gold, becoming the first person to sweep the 100 and 200 since Usain Bolt.
Oh my goodness.
So that answers your question.
Wow.
And that was in 2015. So Usain is too old.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
After anchoring the U.S. 4x100 meter relay to the first place and adding another medal to his tally, he used his final media conference of the meet to get some things off his chest. Okay? So they asking him, what does he think? You know how they bring you to the podium and all that. He decided he wants to talk about the NBA.
That had nothing to do with him.
Nothing to do with it.
Nick
He said, I have watched the NBA finals and they have world champion on their heads. World champion of what? The United States?
They won
Lyles
the
said
basketball
Sunday.
team. Yeah.
He said, don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times, but that ain't the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting and thriving and putting on a flag to show that they are representative. There ain't no flag for the NBA. Now, that made all of the NBA stars go crazy.
Maybe are we trying to figure out what he meant by that?
Durant said, somebody help this brother. Meanwhile, Booker chimed in with a singular face palm emoji. Laugh out loud, is somebody going to tell him who bro cares, why he cares so much, with the crying laughing emoji. For Lillard, TF, you 2 laughing emojis did the job. Green's comments read, when being smart goes wrong. So anyway, a lot of, they keep on coming in. A lot of NBA players are saying they don't like what he said.
I'm trying to figure out, did he mean something else?
Let's say this, for instance. I'm going to go on record and say this.
Wow.
He's not wrong in what he's saying.
What is he
He just didn't need to say it.
What was he saying?
He was saying that how you call an NBA or even the NFL or any of them world champions. They're not world champions because they're not competing against the world. They're United States champions. But the NBA says they're the world champions in basketball. He's saying who you competing against? Nobody but Americans. So how you calling yourself a world champion?
Our Olympics team.
Well, remember, we didn't win all the time in the Olympics.
But the Olympics team, what is it? Two Olympics ago, we won the gold medal.
But he's saying that's when you should say you're the world champion. That team, not the NBA champion. Not if the Lakers win.
It doesn't came out that way.
If the Lakers win, they're not the world champion. If Team USA wins, they're the world champion.
Oh, so you think he meant it because of internal in our country?
Right. He's saying they call the NBA champion world champions, and they're not. He's right in what he's saying.
Okay.
But what purpose did he have to say it then? They asking him about his race.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what Charlemagne was saying.
It makes sense to talk about that.
Charlemagne was saying, I understand what you're saying, but that was a donkey. You didn't have to say it. Why build yourself up and tear other black men down? You didn't have to do that.
3 reasons he didn't need to say that. Number 1, that has nothing to do with your sport.
Nothing.
You're a track.
Why? And he said he want to get off his chest.
Number 2, that is something that like you're saying, it's another sport, and whether you agree with how it's been worded, it's not for you to say it like that. Right. And then number 3, like you're saying, you a black man. Why are you going to tear down our black brothers that do win NBA championships?
And then for him to say, I love America at times or something like that.
Oh, yeah. What does that mean? Then you need to move to Canada.
Dude, you're supposed to be representing the United States.
Or maybe you need to move to Ukraine.
So my
or
thing
Russia,
is,
maybe like what's her name?
Yeah.
Brittany.
Yeah, somebody said that on Facebook. Putin treat black people better than Obama did. I said, why don't you move to Russia then?
They didn't treat Brittany right.
But I said, why don't you move to Russia? I don't understand that.
How you treat somebody right, Putin, and you got her in jail? What they get
But
that
I don't understand people that complain about our country but don't do nothing.
Or don't leave.
Leave. If you really don't like America, why are you here?
What's her name? What's the dancer who was the black lady that was a dancer? She moved to France.
Yeah.
She had issues with America, so she moved to another country.
And I agree with that.
And she made it big over there.
And it's black people who that moved. Josephine Baker. There's black people who have moved to Canada. There's black people who have moved to Africa.
Yeah.
They didn't like the United States and they moved. Mm-hmm. I have no problems with that.
Or they probably, maybe not so harsh, did not like them, but they just felt of the other country was more inviting.
Yeah.
Like Tina Turner didn't live in the States.
She didn't live in the States.
What is wrong with
I don't
people?
understand people who dog out our country and dog out what we do and stay here.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you stay here, do something to help fix it.
Now, if
you're not helping to fix it, what are you doing? You're just complaining.
And please elaborate, because I kind of understand where you're going when you say at times. What's his name with the knee?
I get it.
Kaepernick. Okay, we got problems,
but
in this
you don't
country,
have to say that.
But don't.
You're representing the United States of America.
Don't talk about the negative.
Why would you say that's like a Russian getting up there? I love Russia at times. He wouldn't be able to come back if he said that.
He'd be lost in the plane like the other guy.
Just represent the United States and shut up with all the other stuff.
Don't deal with we know there's not any country in this world that is perfect.
Yeah.
We know that our country is not perfect.
But that's not the platform.
But as an Olympic USA athlete, dude, represent the
good. And even if you're going to do that, why are you bringing the NBA into it?
Yeah.
That's kind of
Thank you for clarifying that, because I didn't understand when he said the NBA they're not
world champions.
Because
he's right. They're not.
We've had an Olympic basketball team that were world champions.
Not the NBA.
Okay.
Not the Dream Team can say world champions.
Okay.
And that's a mixture of all of the guys. It's not one team.
Okay.
But in here, now we call our sports world champions.
Now, am I wrong to say, do they not NBA do go to another country? Didn't they have to play?
They play themselves in other countries like NFL does.
Oh.
But they're not world champions.
Okay.
That's what he's saying.
Okay.
And I agree with him. Okay. It's just that's not the stage. So Charlemagne said something must have happened with him. Some NBA player must have shunned him or took his girlfriend, or he's not getting the recognition because he's a track. Because they don't get as much recognition as NBA players do.
No, they shouldn't need to, though. If you love that sport and you love what you do.
Yeah. So I think that was personal.
You beat Hussein Bolt's record.
And nobody cares.
Everybody talked about Hussein. You're right.
So that's all that is. It's a feeling like I'm not getting the recognition that I need. So I'm going to say something profound and crazy.
Now I'm getting the platform.
People. Yeah, now that I'm getting the
spotlight is on me now.
Yeah. He should have did the Trump thing. Like them ignorant Negroes I was talking about in the beginning. What do you think about winning the 100 meter? I tell you one thing. Trump gonna win.
This win is for Trump.
This win is for Trump and the United States of America.
because he has taken our country to another level, and I'm ready for it.
Yeah. Okay. Don't dog out the black NBA players, you big dummy.
He don't make as much money as they do.
So he got the donkey of the day.
Okay.
So that answers your question. He gets the donkey of the day. You wanted to know who Charlamagne the God's donkey.
Thank you.
Wendy says she's probably thinking of, my God, who did I marry? Oh, that lady, that man.
Oh, gosh.
If anybody can find out where he is now, that'd be funny.
If they got an update, who are they?
Because we don't even know who they are. I know.
That's funny.
That's funny, isn't it? Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. So that was it. You have anything? Mm-mm. Don't forget we went 10 minutes over.
Oh, and Wendy, I sent you guys a link to our old ministry that we used to be members of, because people were asking about, sometimes we'll say things that we learned from our ministry, and the things that we did at our ministry was like the first time that a lot of ministries were doing it, because this was years ago. So I sent her the link of the Awakening, and they were celebrating 30 years.
Oh, okay.
So,
which was ahead of its time.
I know. We were the only church in Chicago doing that.
The only church in the whole country.
Thank you.
Nobody else was doing that.
What's his name? Roland Martin said.
Right. Now it's the Shy and everything.
Yeah.
So it don't matter. So, he was on there?
No, he did a news report of it.
Oh, The Awakening?
CNN.
Oh, okay.
That's what the link I sent them.
Roland Martin is another one that I had to.
He had a big old head, too. His wife is a minister.
Oh, she is.
Mm-hmm. He's always bragging about it.
I listen to him, but he get on my nerves too.
It's pros. You have to get him on a good day.
You got to get him on. You got to, because he go too far.
He does.
His head is up the Democrats' butt.
Yeah.
And I'm not a Democrat, so I don't like them.
We like to hear both sides.
Yeah. Emerald says, "Have a good night, ladies and Mama." Cotillia says, "Another awesome show, ladies, and have a blessed night and good night to Mama."
Okay.
All right, Ma. Everybody say good night to you. She's saying good night, y'all.
Mama was the one that helped brought that cover story that we talked about.
Oh, yeah, the one with DeSantis. And,
she brings us stories too.
You know, the lady was an Uber driver. The lady that
she gives us updates. Mm-hmm. So
she's our Roman reporter.
Right, say, hey, girls, you're going to talk about the such and such today?
Yeah, and there's some story. And she'll get mad if I don't do the stories.
I know.
Some stories, she'll do 6 or 7 stories. I'm not doing all your stories, Mom.
Do all your stories, Mom.
Gee, I'll take one or two.
You need to talk about this one. Lenore, you guys need to talk about this one. This has been going on.
I know. All right, y'all. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Here's our book, 100 Family-Friendly Jokes. You getting closer to volume 2?
I'm trying.
All right. Hopefully volume 2 will be out, y'all. Hopefully in the next week. I'm hoping. Okay. Always believe. And that was another Woods Report. See you later. Oh, what was y'all saying? Give Mama her flowers. Cotillia saying, give Mama her flowers now. Yeah, we are.
Girl, she don't want no flowers. She'd rather have food. Candy.
She
cookies,
laughing.
Cake.
All right.
Flowers, she'll look at you. Oh.
Yeah. She like, if it's a fake flower.
Fake flowers. She don't like real ones.
Fake.
She like fake flowers, y'all.
And fake jewelry.
Yeah. She's laughing.
She laughing
because she know we right. Go ahead.
You can spend $1 million and she'll be like, I want that cheap watch over there.
All that sparkles ain't gold though, but she like it to sparkle.
All right, y'all. See y'all later.
Okay.